Okay.
I just talked to her and she'll be right here.
Cool. Thank you.
Yep. So, if for those of you that are on, good morning and welcome. um, if you check the Facebook page, there is a link to the meeting that's going on tomorrow in Shakopee. It's a motivational speaker that has been the #1 real estate down in the Texas area for several years. His name is Chad Goldwasser. They're giving free lunch, and I believe it starts at 11 a.m. and goes until 2, maybe 11:30. You'll have to check the post. But I will be there tomorrow. I think Randy's going to be there, and it should be a really fun event. So if you don't have anything to do and you want to show up, we'd love to see you there. Okay. All right. Welcome, Shelley.
There we go. Hello, everybody.
Welcome,
Good
Shelley. Nice
morning.
to see you.
My apologies. I forgot we were using your Zoom. We usually use our Teams. And then I was scrambling around like, oh, yeah, that's right. We're using your Zoom.
No problem. Okay. Well, we're excited to see you and have you continue with your lofty training. And if anybody has any questions while she's going along, put them in the chat. And if they seem to be pertaining to the thing that she's talking about right then, I'll just ask you when you get a moment, Shelley. Otherwise, we'll wait till the end to ask the questions. Okay.
Yeah, sure. Absolutely.
And maybe if you can put in the chat, if you're already are a Lofty user through the NRG that company, that would be great. So we kind of know how many you already are with a Lofty, and then how many of you might be interested. Because remember, it's normally $199 a month. If you're just a realtor and you want to sign up, but Randy bought 2,000 spots, and so he only charges $35 a month, which is a really good deal.
It's literally a steal.
Yeah, it's a steal. He did it a long time ago when they first launched.
Yeah. It would cost an agent at least $199, at least, to have their own
$35 a
account.
month. So if you're not on it, you are missing out. And if you are not on it, just either email me or Jeremy and we can get you hooked up with it. Also, Shelley's going to talk about how you can generate leads. You do pay extra for them, but she's going to talk about that today so that you guys can find out how to get more leads of people that are looking to buy a house. All right. So take it on, Shelley.
Absolutely. Well, I actually have a special guest joining me this morning, and I'm wondering if she's on yet. Let me see here. I'm trying to bring her on. Really quick.
What is her name? And I can check.
Yeah, her name's Ariana. And I sent her the Zoom link, but I think she accidentally hopped on my Teams link, and that's
okay. Yep. I don't, unless she's with this. There's a strange one here with a big code, but I don't know. If you want to give her a call quick, go ahead.
I sent her the link. I don't know, like, where is she? Hold on. Hold on just a second. If not, then I'll just kind of take it away from here. But I really wanted her on because she's one of our customer value marketing specialists as well. But I've had the good fortune of sitting through many with her, so I know already exactly kind of what she's talking about. So she'll probably check my chat here in just a minute and realize that we're not on that Teams link. We're on a Zoom link. All right. Hey, everybody. I just want to say hello and good morning, and thank you so much for joining us this morning. I'm so excited to talk with you about Lofty. Let me just tell you a little bit about myself. My name is Shelley Hobbs. I have a couple screens here that I'm looking at. And I have been with Lofty for almost 4 years. I'm a customer success manager. And what a customer success manager does is ensure that our clients that I'm working with, that I'm assigned to, like Randy and Kathy, that they're learning the best practices, the best strategies, fully optimizing their Lofty account and being able to help with overall like agent adoption and training and those types of things. Because let me tell you, this is an all-in-one automation system. And so prior to this, I've had 25 years of email marketing experience and automations and funnels and social media marketing and all the things that it takes for someone to be able to generate leads, whether it's digital marketing. I've also worked at Facebook, and we have an entire internal digital marketing team who all came from Facebook and Google. These guys are brilliant. And we have all kinds of lead generation tools that you could do for paid lead generation, which we're going to talk about today, to free methods, free tools inside of your Lofty account that you would otherwise pay tons of money externally to implement these types of tools and strategies. Okay. So we're going to talk today about what those marketing and branding strategies are, while I'm also going to show you like the full potential of what Lofty can do for your business. And I want to kick it off as I'm kind of waiting for Ariana to jump in here or message me or something like that. I want to kick it off with just saying like, and if you don't mind, I would love for you to be like participative in the chat. I would love for you to share with me, like, what are your top, what's your top 1 to 3 challenges in your real estate business today that if you could wave a magic wand, you would have a solution that would help you do that thing. Okay. And we're really kind of thinking like business tools and just what are they? I would love to know. Okay. So let me just check my chat here again. See where she is, see if she's in here. Ariana, are you in here yet? Let me see her. Just gonna tell her. Okay. So let me share my screen. And so with that, what I want to tell you is this. We're going to talk about a lot of like marketing tools, branding tools, lead generation tools.
Ariana just came on.
Oh, good. Yay. There she is. Okay. We see you, Ariana. Awesome. Okay, good.
I'm sorry, I was in the Teams meeting.
I knew it. I'm so sorry. I just totally spaced it. Totally my fault that I didn't send it to you sooner. And also my fault that when it was sent to me, I didn't realize that the link was in there. So you know what? That's okay.
No worries.
Perfect. We just pivot. So, I want to introduce you guys to Ariana. Ariana and I actually used to work at Facebook together. I was telling them kind of, the history of our digital marketing team and how amazing they are when it comes to lead generation. But I was also talking about a little bit about my history. And then I worked at Facebook. And so Ariana and I worked at Facebook together. And there was a whole bunch of us that worked there. And we came over to Lofty. And I'm telling you, this entire digital marketing team has been totally kicking butt and just changing the game when it comes to social media marketing for real estate agents. Because if you haven't ever tried it yourself, it's difficult. Okay. It's very difficult. There are a lot of things you need to know, and a lot of things can go wrong if you don't know the right things. Nonetheless, Ariana has been with Lofty for a very long time now. I think actually a little bit longer than me. And she's been promoted to different positions within the company, and she's now on our customer value team. And so she is going to be sharing with you today marketing tools, lead generation that we want to learn about, right? Because here's the thing, you guys, no leads, no business. That's just what it comes down to. Okay. So I'm a firm believer in pay to play, right? Pay for lead generation, but I'm also a firm believer in do the things that you have at your fingertips that are free. And we have so many free, cool tools within the Lofty system that work just perfectly with our paid lead generation or paid add-ons. So what we want to paint the picture for you today is we want you to know what is available to you. Number one, we want you to know how it works and that we are here to help you truly level up your business when it comes to Lofty and automations and lead generation. And I want you to think of this. I want you to think of just first and foremost, what do you do when you get a new lead? What do you do? I just want you to think about that. What you should be doing is calling, texting, emailing them, and not just once, and not just for 10 days, and not just for 17 days, literally forever. Okay. And so with Lofty, you can do those things. So if you can do those things, now what? Now you're like, I want to be a lead generation machine. We actually have t-shirts that were made for us called lead generation machine because we are. That's what we do. I have some clients, you guys, that generate over 1,000 leads a month with Lofty lead generation. And they are using these automations and it is just kicking out leads, turning into conversations, conversations turning to close deals and transactions, right? That's how it works. So I'm going to let Ariana kick it off here and kind of take it away. And we want you guys to be interactive. If you have any questions, pop them into the chat and we'll be able to make a pit stop maybe halfway through and at the end and be able to answer those for you as well.
Perfect. Thank you, Shelley.
Yes.
And thank you everybody for your time. Let me start by sharing my screen and we can jump into it. So a lot of the stuff that we will be going through today will be in your marketing tab. So I really wanted to go over two main categories here, which is going to be your AI tools and, as Shelley mentioned, your lead generation options as well. So I'll first start out with the AI tools. So we have 3 different AIs that are essentially going to help you. This goes hand in hand with some automation and help you really just streamline your business and stay in front of those clients once you start getting some leads in your database. So we have 3 different AI tools. You'll see them here under the marketing tab, which is your co-pilot, your sales assistant, and the AI marketer. So I'll first start with the co-pilot. The co-pilot here is, I would look at this as more of your virtual assistant within Lofty. So this co-pilot is going to help you determine what leads you should be following up on. This is going to help you filter down your leads, stay in communication with them by sending some emails. I can actually draft and send out mass emails on your behalf. So the co-pilot is actually going to live on the right-hand side, and I am in our demo account here so I can showcase some of these tools. So this is your co-pilot on the right-hand side. So this can actually do a lot of different tasks. Actually, I'm going to click on these prompts here. So it can even schedule appointments if you have your calendar integrated. Again, draft and send mass emails. It can add notes to your leads as well. So let's say I'm a lead in the database. Ariana, just updated her preferences. She's looking for, 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. Add that note in her lead profile. It'll add that note for you. Filter your leads by interest. So, hey, show me all my new leads that have signed up this week. Show me all my new leads that have opened up a smart plan in the past 5 days. Whatever you want to see there, it can start filtering down your leads. And then one of my favorite things that the co-pilot does is identify leads that need attention. So if I come here into your people tab, and whenever I open up any lead in your database, it's going to give you an analysis of essentially what that lead has been doing, and it's going to give you a recommendation of what to do with that lead. My computer wants to load here. All right, there we go. Okay, so I'll click on a lead here. Okay. All right, so on top of the lead, whenever you open up a lead, this is going to be the co-pilot here. So every single lead that you open up will give you an analysis of that lead, as I mentioned. So It'll say Michaela received an email from you recently. She has no new lead activity. You may want to touch base to maintain engagement. Would you like to send a follow-up? You can have it then draft follow-up emails. It will ask you for more information, like what exactly you would want that email to entail. And I think we may have some examples for you in this Copilot here, but this is really going to help you manage your day-to-day processes and help you streamline who you should be talking to. And there is your email that it drafted. And it will definitely pull from like the search criteria within the lead profile, as you can see here. So this is a really cool tool just to help you stay in front of your leads and help you really just focus on, your tasks for the day and streamlining those processes. So this is the Copilot here. All right, we're going to go back in the marketing tab. Next is your AI sales assistant. So this sales assistant is actually client facing. So this sales assistant will text your leads for you as long as they left a valid phone number. So this is really to help you stay, again, in front of your lead. It's going to help you pre-qualify and nurture. It can also give the lead listing suggestions based on their search criteria. And this can also schedule appointments for you as long as you have your calendar integrated within Lofty. So you should get a free trial of this within your CRM. You should get 10 leads that you can work in your database as a free trial. And then down here, it will show you all the leads that it is actually working. Same thing, it can also leave notes within that lead profile. If, of course, the lead happens to respond back to the AI and say, they're looking for a specific house, or maybe, they're not ready to buy or sell yet, it'll leave you a note that you may want to just continue nurturing them, things like that. So this is going to be a client-facing AI that's going to actually text your leads and send out communication on your behalf. And then, of course, if it does schedule any appointments, it'll have your calendar here, as you can see. And then it'll give you some metrics. I know Shelley has some great success stories on some of your clients with the AI sales assistant, right, Shelley?
I do, yes. And I love to share this story. So one of my clients who was using the AI sales assistant, this is like an actual case study that, it's a story that turned into a case study. So he was using the sales assistant. He had been using it for a long time. And this was June of 2024. And he emailed me and he's like, "Hey, Shelley, I think I want to cancel the AI sales assistant." And I was like, "Okay, well, let's take a look at it first and see what's going on." Okay. And I was like, why do you want to cancel it? He's like, "I just don't think it's doing anything for me." And I was like, "Okay." So at the time of that, our dashboard looked a lot different than it did here. It was quite limited. Now we have a lot of information, but nonetheless, it still showed 4 pieces of information. It showed how many people it had how many people it was monitoring. Okay, so what I did is I went into a system and I looked at how many people it was monitoring, which was 2019. How many people it had engaged with? It was 387. How many appointments were set, which were 6, and how many transactions it had as a result of interacting with the AI, okay, which was 7 transactions. So he was looking at those last 2 numbers thinking, nothing, not anything too exciting. So what I did is I dug deeper. I was like, well, let's look into these transactions. So you can click on those each individual numbers and go, it'll drop you into your people tab, and then you can see those leads. So I went into every single one of those leads and I added up the transaction, number 1. And then I also looked at how long that lead took from initial new registration to engage with the AI to transaction. Okay. I get real geeky about data like this because for me, it really backs up why every single agent should be having this. Whereas before we just saw it as only 6 appointments, only 7 transactions. Well, those 7 transactions added up to $12.4 million. And one of those transactions was a $4.3 million transaction that happened in a 4-month period of time. That's a lot. And then I dug deeper and I looked into that exact one transaction. Who was this person? Where'd they come from? So it was lead generation. Number two, how long did it take for this lead to actually have a conversation with the AI? Well, guess what? The agent had all the right automations turned on, his auto property alerts. He had behavior-based smart plans. He had other smart plans. And he had the AI sales assistant, which is a chatbot that lives on your website, and a text message qualification, meaning like it will text the leads based on certain criteria. He had all of that turned on, okay, working for him. So as this lead came to the website from getting, different communications, the first 3 times the AI chatbot tried to communicate with him on the website, he did not respond. But the 4th time he did respond. And he actually set an appointment with the agent. And therefore, the AI sales assistant then notifies the agent, right? Joe Smith wants to set an appointment. I think he actually had his Calendly link connected. So he set the appointment. And then the agent takes it from there. And then within that it was like 4.5 month period of time from new lead to the sale, the transaction, then that $4.3 million sale happened. And so that is just an excellent testimony and example to the power of the AI sales assistant working for our client 24/7. So he didn't have to. And imagine if that chatbot wasn't on his website. Imagine if the automations weren't in place. Imagine if the AI sales assistant didn't even exist. Maybe that lead would have been, maybe another agent from somewhere else would have been staying in front of him enough, because the point is, it's so important to stay top of mind all of the time, but you're human. You can't just do that 24/7. That's why we have such a smart system like this. So that's one of my favorite stories of the AI. You can guarantee, what did he say after I gave him all this information, right? He was like, I think I'll keep it. I was like, yeah, that's right. And he's like, he actually was like, I think I'm going to do more lead generation, because it made him feel really confident to get more leads in the system because the automations are working for him.
Yeah, that's a great story. I love that story every time that you tell it, because it is a testimony to and how much time that you're saving too, just staying in front of these people. So that's really what the AI sales assistant is doing on your behalf. And when those people are ready to buy or sell, it's going to notify you to then take that handoffs, because a lot of these leads will need to be nurtured for a little bit before they're ready. So yes, that is the functions of the AI sales assistant. And thank you for sharing that story, Shelley.
Yeah, absolutely. There's the automations, there is such power in automations, guys. It is the game changer to your business. The game changer. And just really quickly, another example I just like to give, just out in the world of marketing, like everyone knows Tony Robbins, right? If you were to go opt into something for Tony Robbins, right? Whether it's an ad online or you're opting into something on his website, guess what? You are going to receive emails and probably texts over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. He knows he's not just going to email you or try to contact you for 17 days and be done with it. It will continue on until you say yes to something, right? And so that's the world of marketing and automations. And if you do it in a right way, that's the key. You do it in the right way, where you're giving education and value and you're staying top of mind along the way. You're growing that know, like, and trust factor with all of these automations. You can feel really confident that the money that you're spending for your lead, you're increasing your ROI over time because you're staying in front of them for months and years to come.
Right, absolutely. Okay, so the last AI tool is your AI marketer. So this is actually tied to your Social Studio tool. So your Social Studio is should be active within your guys' account. So the Social Studio first, this is a great tool for organic marketing. This is marketing that you're not paying for. And that's simply just you guys, again, staying top of mind, staying in front of the people on your social media profiles. So here under manage profiles, this is where you can connect your Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, LinkedIn, and your Google My Business accounts. Once they're connected, this is where you can really automate all of your posts here. So you can come in here and create a post, a story, a reel. Top right hand corner, this is where you can schedule what day and time you would want this post to be automated and posted on your behalf. So you can really automate your posting for the month or a week in advance. And again, this is going to help you stay top of mind. And especially if you're on platforms like Facebook and Instagram, the more that you post, the more Facebook and Instagram are going to favor your postings, and that's how people essentially get on those explore pages, is because they're consistent with their posting. So that is just a great avenue for you guys to get free leads, is essentially just continuously posting on your social media profiles, and that's going to help with your brand awareness too. And again, just you guys being the expert within your location that you guys are servicing. So a couple of things just for the social studio itself. This is where you can create posts, and you can highlight listings directly from the MLS here. You guys can pull in any landing pages that you guys can create, that you guys have created in your landing page section. And then on your website, if you guys have an upgraded SEO website, that also allows you to create blog posts. So creating blog posts on your guys' website is also going to help with your SEO. So that's going to be another avenue of how people can find you organically, is them searching on Google for real estate agents or buying or selling a home within your area. Having blog posts will increase you being on like that first or second page on Google. In turn, that's going to give you, free traffic to your website. So any blog posts that you create, you can also advertise it here. So, you can showcase a lot of different things within the Social Studio posts here. So the Social Studio itself is included in your guys' account, but the AI marketer here is tied to it. Now, you guys should also have a free trial of the AI marketer where you can generate 3 posts per day. And the AI marketer really has 2 functions. So the first one here is going to be creating content for you. So very similar to ChatGPT, but it is integrated into Lofty here. So, you can give it a prompt. It's giving you some recommendations maybe of what you would want to talk about. So maybe let's do the top 3 tips for staging your home. It's going to give me 3 different options of a caption that I can select. Once I select the caption that I choose, it's going to add it within the actual Social Studio post for me here. So here are your 3 options. Let's say we want to use the last one, and it is then going to add it in the Social Studio post for me here. So this is great just to help you create captivating content here, creating some fun verbiage. And the second thing that this AI marketer does is auto post for you. So it actually has a number of different content that it can auto post for you, which is going to be your listings, office listings, and you can apply filters to these listings if you only want to showcase listings within a specific location or price range, or maybe a specific property type. You can filter those listings down there. And then it is also going to go based off of listing status. So you can also pick which listing status you would want to auto post, whether you want it to be all of them, or maybe you just want to do new listing and sold. You can select those triggers there. It can also auto post some market insights, buyer and seller guides, investment insights, home staging and design, and holiday greetings. So this is going to also help you push out more content. That way you are staying top of mind within your, people within your engagement, really, on your social media platforms, people who are like, comment, sharing, following you, things like that. All right, so those are your 3 AI tools, and your Social Studio here, again, great for organic marketing. I highly suggest that you guys definitely utilize that Social Studio. And I definitely would also recommend here you guys adding in video content. Video content is great for your guys' vertical. It allows you guys to, really build that rapport be more personable with your audience, and really showcase your value props. What sets you guys apart from your competition. And the videos don't have to be long. You can just do them straight on your phone. Quick 15 to 30-second videos talking about, what sets you apart from your competition, maybe what you do differently in your buyer or seller process. Here we're actually located in Phoenix, and I do follow an agent here in Phoenix, and she posts so much, especially video content, and she's always showing up on like the explore pages, and she even just posts, like lifestyle videos. She talks about her favorite restaurants within the areas that she services in Phoenix, or like in Scottsdale, and her favorite activities to do. So it just doesn't have to always all be about real estate there. So that's just one recommendation that I do recommend for content there.
One of the things I wanted to suggest as well is so first of all, this AI marketer, you guys, it's I don't know the right word I'm trying to look for here, made with ChatGPT 5.0 and Claude. And so not only does it give you suggestions, but when you start to learn like how to prompt properly, obviously you don't have to learn how to do that because it's even giving you prompts, right? And then you choose one and it's going to give you 3 options from that. But if you do know how to prompt, or you're like, this is what I want to suggest. Hey, I'm a real estate agent and such. I focus on this type of target market. I want to create a 7-day social media plan for ideas for posting, including, right? And then you could say, something for buyers, something for sellers, lifestyle, something in the community. Obviously, you can get more detailed about that. But when you tell it what you want it to create, it will literally create it for you. Right. And it'll create for you ideas. And then you can take those ideas and move them over to the post section and then schedule your post and literally be done with this in less than an hour for 7 days of posts. When you start to just time block it, right? Do a social media power hour in your income producing activities week. And now, and that's how cool it is. And social media is free. You guys, social media is free for you. Right. So everybody should be on there, whether you like it or not. And if it's hard to create posts, you've got this. You don't have to think about it. The AI marketer tool is going to do it for you.
Yes, that's a good call out, because you can essentially create a whole marketing plan just through this AI marketer through ChatGPT.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so now on to lead generation. My favorite part here. So you really have 2 avenues for lead generation. We do have some self-service options within the CRM that you can actually go in and create your own ad. We make it very simple. It's just a quick step-by-step process. Or we have more long-term lead generation, which we are essentially running ads for you month to month. And we set up the ads, we run them, we optimize them. So all you're focusing on is nurturing the leads as they come in. So I'll start with the self-service options first, which are going to be 3 options. You have your zip code blast, your listing blast, and your sphere ad. So all 3 of these are ran on Facebook. So you are creating a Facebook ad with any 3 of those options there. The first one is your zip code blast. This is a hyper local ad. So essentially you are going to type in a zip code that you want to target. Yes, you can target multiple zip codes as long as you have enough budget for that. Our minimum budget here is $79 per week. So you can run them up to 4 weeks. So you can pick your duration here, and you'll see, the longer that we run it, you'll see your lead volume is going to go up. And that's also going to be dependent on your budget as well. But essentially what you are going to be advertising here on the right-hand side, you can see some ad samples. So we will showcase listings within that specific zip code. And once you get to the next page on customizing the ad a bit further, you can also apply filters there. So if you only want to showcase specific listings, again, within like a specific price range or a specific property type, you can apply those filters as well to the ad, and it'll showcase those listings that match your filters that are set. You can also add in and connect your Facebook business profile. which I definitely recommend to connect. That way your branding is consistent and they're able to see your business profile. If you don't have a Facebook business account, I highly do recommend or I should say business page instead of account. I highly recommend creating a business page because that is essentially how all of the Facebook and Instagram ads are ran, as well as through a Facebook or Instagram business page. So great way to get some leads in your database for a short-term, low-budget ad within a specific zip code. So you're getting some hyper-local leads within that zip code there. So anybody that is within that zip code, and especially if they have been looking on like Zillow or Realtor.com, they will get your ad when they are scrolling through their news feed. So if they click on your call to action, which is essentially going to be this learn more button here, we're going to have a lead form that populates. So we're going to ask them for their name, email, and their phone number. Once they submit that, then your lead is going to be funneled into your Lofty CRM here. We do tag all of our leads, and we do have them under a specific source. So, if you're running all three of these self-service options, your leads will be tagged as a zip code blast or a listing blast or a sphere ad. So you can see which ad which ad that lead came from. So this is your first self-service option here. So great way to get your feet wet with some marketing, especially if you're new to lead generation. All right, and this is your listing blast here. So listing blast is a great way to promote a listing. So if you have any active listings, it'll actually populate immediately here for you, and you can just select which listing you would want to create an ad for. But since this is our demo account, I'm going to pull in a manual listing here. So what happens is a 15-mile radius is created around this property. So anybody that is within or traveling through a 15-mile radius of this property is getting your listing ad. So we are going to try and attract some buyers for that listing. And same thing here, you can set your same budget. So we have a minimum of $79. You can pick how many weeks you would want to run the ad, and then it'll give you an estimated amount of views depending on your duration. Once you get to the next page as well, all of the images will pull directly from the MLS, but if you do want to swap out those images, if you had your own, you can do that as well if you wanted to upload new pictures for this listing. And the cool thing about this is once the listing has completed and it's run its course, you will actually get a downloadable PDF file of all the data from this listing, how much the campaign was spent, so the budget that you set, how many leads you've gotten, how much views you've got, your clicks. So you'll be able to download that into a PDF form and show that to the seller. That way you can show them the advertising that you have done for their property, which I think is a really cool feature here. And I think you also shared another story with me, Shelley, on one of your clients here. She was a newer agent, I think you mentioned, and ran this listing blast for, I think you said a month or two, and got about 30 leads from this actual listing blast here and closed the property from this listing blast. So I always remember that story that you shared with me as well. And I do actually, out of all of the ads, I would say this one I hear the most from agents on actually closing their properties from this listing blast. So great way to get some marketing out for your listing and start promoting that listing and drive traffic to it. All right, and then your last one here, your last self-service option is your sphere ad. So this is more so of a branding ad. This ad, the goal of this campaign is really to just keep you top of mind and to get in front of as many people as possible within your target location. So it's going to advertise you guys as the agent here. So if you scroll down, you'll actually insert all of your information. We have the picture of the rock here. You'll put in your name, your phone number, your email address, and what location you want to target. These are also called sphere ads because not only can you get in front of some new prospects within the location that you set, but we can also do a little bit of retargeting and retarget some people in your database as well. So I would say as long as you have their name, email, and their phone number, we can definitely do some retargeting within your database. So anybody that are in your people tab there, and Facebook will try and find them based on the criteria that you have, their name, email, and their phone number. This is actually our lowest priced ad. So you can do an ad as low as $39 here. This is going to give you a learn more call to action here, or you can upgrade to a $69 ad. And this is going to say call now instead of the learn more. And of course, it'll pull from your phone number that you have listed there. So the leads can directly call you from that Facebook ad. And same thing, these are all lead form ads. So we're still capturing their information. And that's why more so you're seeing an impression count here because of the branding ad versus like a lead count, how you saw with the other two ads. So great way, again, to just drive some traffic to your guys' website, to your guys' pages, your social media pages, especially your Facebook and your Instagram page. And a great way to just get some leads in your database for a low cost. So those are your self-service options. You can come in and create an ad at any time there. All right, and then lastly, we have our more month-to-month options. So this here is the ads that we set up and we manage for you. So as Shelley mentioned, our full marketing team comes directly from Facebook and Instagram, or Facebook and Google, I'm sorry. So you are getting the expertise on these platforms. Now, this is where we get into more custom campaigns. We can really create an ad for anything that you would want to advertise. I have some clients that, want to go after new construction or cash offers or land sales or, even doing some recruiting ads, things like that. We can really advertise anything that you want here. So this is where we get into Google PPC, Bing PPC, YouTube ads, Facebook and Instagram ads. We can do more custom Facebook and Instagram ads. We can also go a step further if you wanted to do just solely remarketing ads. We'll actually not only get in front of people in your database, but we can retarget people that are on your website. And we can also retarget people that are on your Facebook and your Instagram profiles. So again, that's going to include anyone who has liked, comment, shared, followed you on your social media profiles. So we can actually get in front of a lot of different people, whether if it's going to be new prospects or people that are already in your sphere. And we can really, especially when we're doing these remarketing ads, we can really go after any list that you have. So if you have a list of email subscribers, maybe if you purchase some homeowner data, we can layer in multiple lists there if you have multiple audiences that you would like to get in front of. Now, if you're going to do some month-to-month lead generation, I do recommend Google PPC or Bing PPC. So essentially, anything that says sponsored ads here is essentially what we run. So we run search campaigns on Google and Bing. So this is a search campaign that you're looking at. Now, these prospects, they have to be searching in real time. We'll focus on what city you want to service, and we can even put in like neighborhoods. Maybe you service military bases. Maybe you want to highlight school districts for families that may be relocating. Google is great because we can really add in keywords based on different things that we want to highlight for your location. I have some agents that live in locations where we're adding in keywords relating to like hospitals because they get a lot of like nurses and doctors moving there because of the hospital. Or maybe you're in a area where you want to advertise waterfront properties or lakefront properties. So we can get a lot more targeted on Google and Bing, versus platforms like Facebook and Instagram. So this is a great avenue for new prospects. And we can highlight additional, cities down here. Maybe if you specialize in like military homes, or maybe you want to also advertise, like selling their home, we can put your sell my home link, things like that. So we can do a lot with these ads as far as what we want to advertise. And then of course, once they click on your actual ad here, we drive all the traffic to your Lofty website. And that's where your automatic lead capture form will populate. And we can set that up within your settings here. So if you're going into your website settings, especially if you have an upgraded SEO website, you can actually control your lead capture settings here. So under lead capture, you have your registration pop-up trigger. I would check on this if you have an upgraded website. Most of the time it defaults to higher conversion. I don't really recommend this higher conversion. I know it says recommended there, but what's going to happen there is the lead capture is going to just populate immediately when they land on your website. When we have it set to a higher conversion pop-up, we get a high bounce rate, meaning people are just going to leave your website because they can't browse anything. It's just going to immediately ask for their information, which people just leave your website from there. So I do recommend to look at your custom option, because you can set this two ways. You can set it based off of how many listings they view or browsing time. So if you're going to do it off of listing views, I normally recommend to let them, view at least, 3 listings before you have that registration pop up. We want them to browse your website and click around first and get to know a little bit about who you are before we capture their information. Or you can also set it on browsing time, so you can give them 30 seconds there. And then one other thing I would definitely take a look at is pop-up style and settings. Usually it defaults to single column. I do recommend one-step column, because single and 2 column will have them insert your email, continue, name, continue, phone number, continue. It's a lot of steps. So one-step column allows them to insert name, email, phone number all in one step, and then they can submit their information to you as well. One other cool thing to look at here is your questionnaire. So you do have a buyer and a seller questionnaire that they can fill out after they fill out your name, email, phone number there. So this does default to 5 questions. So it does have a buyer questionnaire and a seller questionnaire. You guys can come in and customize this questionnaire. If you want to take out any of these questions, it does default to these first 5. Are you a first-time home buyer? Within how many months do you plan to buy a home? Have you been pre-qualified? Do you have an agent? Do you have a house to sell? You can add in your own questions here. And the cool thing about these questions is once people sign up and leave their information and now they're a lead in your database here, you can actually come into your people tab and you can filter down by those questions. So this is also going to help you figure out who's going to be more ready to buy or sell that you should focus on nurturing first. So that is going to be, I believe it's in profile details here. Yep. So under profile details, if you scroll down here, here's your questions within that questionnaire. So you can say, okay, I want to see people that have a 1 to 3 month buying time frame. Yes, they're pre-qualified. Yes, they have a house to sell. And then that'll start filtering down all of your leads. So just something there if you guys hadn't looked at your lead capture settings within your website. And if you do ever opt into any month-to-month lead generation, this is something that I actually do the lead generation consultations as well. So if you guys are interested in running more month-to-month lead gen, we can have like a one-on-one consultation call. We could talk more specifically about your area, what you're wanting to focus on, and create a marketing plan for you. And we can go over all of your lead capture settings and things like that as well. Once your ads are actually active and running, as you see here, let me go to the remarketing ads, you'll have a full dashboard. We do integrate all of your results into Lofty, so you can see how your campaigns are doing in real time. Usually after the first 30 days is when you will get a digital marketing analyst connected to your account. So this is somebody from our marketing team that's going to be optimizing your campaign month to month. So after the first month, they can have performance calls with you guys. They can break down all your data. If you want to make any changes to the ad, they will share their optimizations that they made within the month. But we want to have at least a month's worth of data to look at. So you will have that continued help and have somebody there actually managing your ad account and scheduling calls with you there. And they'll also look at your nurturing process and see if there's anything that we can improve to help with the contact rate and things like that and the response rate. And other than that, I mean, that is pretty much everything that I have on my end. I know most of you guys probably do get a free subdomain. So one other add-on is just your SEO website that I do recommend. Your website can always be upgraded within your marketplace. So if you do currently have a subdomain is going to be like a mirror image of the main website, the company website. So you can go a step further in upgrading your own website. That will allow you to connect your own domain name and really customize the website. That's going to really brand you, and that's going to be very important. Branding is very important, especially if you're going to run lead generation. These people will need to see you a couple of times, get familiar with who you are before they actually start responding back to your communications, your automations, and things like that you're sending out. So having a full website that you can completely customize, adding that video content, showcasing the areas that you specialize in. One tip we do have, I was talking to an SEO expert, and he did share with me that if you do have your own upgraded website, having a specific neighborhood page has been game changer in Google's backend whenever they're ranking you on SEO. So if you have your own website here, I would definitely add in a neighborhoods page. And that's really going to pull in all the specific areas or neighborhoods that you guys specialize in, not just city-based, but also neighborhood-based is really going to help with your SEO, along with those blog posts as well. So just something there to note. But it looks like we may have some questions in the chat. So I want to just open it up for any questions as well. So let's see here. Is there a way to automate happy birthday messages or even happy house anniversaries? Yes, that is done through your smart plans here. So under smart plans, if you click on add new, this is where you can set up reoccurring plans, and you'll see too, they have them for birthdays, for holidays, or maybe you want to do transaction dates. This is where you can set up your reoccurring smart plans for those dates.
Did you see this other question, Ariana, from Jacqueline? She says, do we have access to the Google Analytics real time while we are running ads, and how quickly we can pivot when something is not working?
Yes, so you will have just this dashboard here. So we'll show some information on the dashboard. Once you connect with your DMA, they can pull more information from the back end, because we do run all of the ads on our Google ad account. Now we do tag, once you receive a lead in your database and it comes from our campaign, we do tag that lead again. So it'll show you, okay, it came from this Google PPC campaign, and we do tag what keyword they utilize. So what keyword they typed in here to get your ad. So if they typed in homes for sale in your city, state to get your ad, we will tag that keyword. We'll show some data in here, and this data will actually update for you every 24 hours. So it's synced pretty quickly, and I mean, we can make changes, I would say, within 24 hours. So we do have a very quickly turnaround time on that. And you'll have your DMA's point of contact, so you can reach out to them directly and say, hey, I want to make this change. And within 24 hours, we can make that change for your ads. All right, do we have any other questions? And did you want to add anything, Shelley?
No, actually, you covered it all really, really well. Actually, yes, I do. I do just want to, you can just stay right on this page. I'm not going to share my screen. I just really want to emphasize that, Ariana did an awesome job of going over these additional lead generation and marketing tools that you have that can be added on to your system. But also, those smart plans under automation on the right hand or on the left hand side, smart plans are automations. Okay. And they are a collection of different types of automated activities, automated emails, automated texts, reminders to you to either email someone or text someone or make a phone call. Okay. And these smart plans, they can be based on behaviors. So these behavior-based smart plans over here at the top, huge, like huge opportunity right here at the very bottom there. Every single successful agent who is successfully using Lofty is using behavior-based smart plans plus the AI sales assistant. And what's happening is when a lead goes to your website or back to your website, okay, a lead that you already have in there, this is triggering based on behaviors, which is so critical because it's all about high intent and it's all about speed to lead, right? It's all about you getting in front of people the moment that they're doing something, whether it's someone came back to the website after not having been there for 30 days, or if someone has requested a home evaluation, or if someone has requested a showing, if someone has viewed a listing 3 or more times, if someone has saved a listing. You guys, these are critical and these are free. So I love that. I mean, I just get giddy over smart plans. I'm obsessed with them, as a matter of fact, because they are the game changer with all these other things that Ariana talked about, to getting those leads in and then automating all of these behaviors, the communications, the process. So that way you're only spending time communicating with people who are ready, right? This is getting them ready. And that's what's so important, right? Weeding out the people not ready yet or the tire kickers to getting you to working with the hand raisers and more hand raisers. And so these behavior-based smart plans, they're so awesome. And then there's so many more smart plans based on where people might be in the life cycle of where they are with you, whether they're a new lead or they're in the attempting contact phase, or you've put them in cold because you've never heard from them yet, but you will possibly if you stay in front of them. You won't if you don't stay in front of them, right? It's easy to do, easy not to do. And so these are all free. You guys, an email marketing campaign system runs anywhere from like $30 a month up to several $100s a month outside of here, usually based on how many contacts you have. So you could have 1,000 contacts, or you could have like literally 50,000 contacts. And you're never going to get charged based on your contacts but you do have, like, I think it's like 24,000 emails a month that you can send out. But still, like, that's a lot of emails, it's going to be hard to hit that. So it's really, there's so many great free tools baked into your system already that complement really well the paid add-ons that you might be adding as well.
Yes, one thing I always recommend, especially if you're going to start lead generation, is to have your smart plan set up. That way, when people start signing up on your website, you have that automatic communication immediately going out. And then number 2 is, just your website. Your website is exactly like your social media profiles, and that's the first thing that these prospects are going to see. So having important information on your website and expanding that website is really critical. As I mentioned, I always recommend video content that showcases your guys' personality. Even having client testimonials on there is great. And you do have a block in your website editor. If you have the upgraded website where you can add in your reviews, we connect to Google, Zillow, and Rate My Agent reviews. That's a place where you can showcase, again, like as I mentioned, where you guys specialize in. That's really important, and just really showcasing, why somebody should work with you, and so really having those 2 things down, especially if you're going to run lead generation, is huge. That way, when you do start lead generation, everything is set up, everything's ready to go. And all your communications, you're staying in front of those leads. And also one thing I forgot to mention is we do give you the AI sales assistant for free with any lead generation purchase. So if you're running zip code blasts, or maybe you're running Google PPC ads, we'll give you the AI assistant for free for those leads that sign up directly from our campaign. So it'll automatically be triggered and turned on for you, and the AI is going to start texting them when they sign up.
That's a super huge bonus. It just automatically always makes me want to tell people, like, just go do lead gen, and then you get your AI sales assistant for free.
Yeah, and you can see how the AI works there. And if you like the AI, you can always upgrade it here. You can upgrade your quota.
Yeah, I love it. I have to jump off into another call. Does anybody else have any other questions right now? Or if you do, you can send them to Kathy and she can send them over to us. And if you guys want to, if you want to go all in, you're like, I want a system and I want to fully brand myself and I want lead gen, get with Kathy so that way she can get your system. She can get you a seat in the system if you don't have one already. And then Kathy can send me a message, and then you can meet with Ariana and I, and then we can help get you set up and like have, this branded system where you just feel super confident of, I'm going to generate leads. I'm going to have my automation plugged in, and it's like ready, set, go time.
Yes, and it looks like we had one more question about lead import. Yes, you can come into your settings here, lead import, and you can upload any leads in your database here. And you can also export your leads as well.
Great.
Just
Awesome.
kind of off the cuff, do brokers use this system to recruit agents?
Oh,
yes.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Shelley, we might need to.
Yeah. Let's you and I have a chat about that as well. And
sounds good.
Maybe we can even pull in Ariana as well. I'm sure she's got some good knowledge and tricks up her sleeve. She's a wealth of knowledge here. And then we can definitely help you guys get started doing that as well.
All right. Well, we appreciate both of you. Thank you so much for the great presentation. And we'll have you on again, Shelley and Ariana, maybe in the next few weeks. I'll just reach out to you, Shelley, to find a good Tuesday. And I hope you all have a great day. And thank you so much for participating.
Great. Bye. Thank you, everybody.
We will put the recording on Facebook.
Okay, great. And if you could send me the recording as well, Kathy, that would be awesome. And I'll put it in our records as well.
Okay. Sounds great.
Thanks everybody. Have a great day.
Bye.
Thank you, Ariana. Okay. Bye-bye, everyone.